Good morning, Joanna here. This is lesson 4 of the colouring in course. This one I thought was really important. If you are travelling and you can only take a certain number of pencils with you, I would suggest taking the primary colours. And what I'm going to show you today is how to find the colours we want with the colours we have. So this one is leaves, beautiful leaves, and we're going to use blue and yellow. We all know that blue and yellow make green. Depending on how we shade, the depth, the strength of our colouring in will give us the depth of the green. And so today we're going to do that. And then for the homework sheet, I've got this picture, and again we'll use the green as the blue and yellow as the green, and the flowers red and yellow to make orange. So we're going to have orange and green, but not actually use orange and green. So don't forget to use the lessons that we've learned, the blending. Remember you want the light, medium and dark tonal value, and we're going to get that with our yellows and blues. I've chosen a couple here. This is all I have. I have some other blues, but they're a little bit purple or aqua, which is sort of a little bit cheating. This one's a little bit aqua, so I'll probably try not to use that one. I don't have a light blue in my range, my colour palette, so I just have to make sure I do it very light. I have a light yellow and sort of a darker yellow, a dark blue and a lighter blue. They're not too different, so I'm going to try using these. So you don't have to use one yellow and one blue, you can use different colour value. And I'll start. Now when I start most of my colouring in, I will start with the lightest colour first. So in this instance I'm going to start with this one, just to lay down the really lighter areas that I want. You have to think about where your light source is. Today mine is on the right, and so these sides of the leaves are going to be lighter. This leaf here will probably pick up a bit of a shine through here, and obviously there's a lot of dark underneath. The leaves will be darker, and the center might be darker with a little bit of shine on this side here. So I'm going to get down and start colouring in. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments. If you're part of the colouring in course, then you're in the Facebook group that we have, and ask questions there. Have a look. Hopefully people will start posting their pictures soon. I think everyone's a little bit nervous at the moment, but it's really important that we do share. And there's only a very small community in the colouring in course, so it doesn't matter if you've got it right or wrong. It's just great. When I do the class on the Monday and we do these lessons, every single person has a different version, and it's so amazing to see how people interpret the lessons and the results that they get. So as I go, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here and settle in. I got my cold drink. It's summer in Australia, or spring in Australia, but you'd think it's summer at the moment. And so I'm going to get on and speed up this colouring in. Enjoy! Okay, so I've done the yellow layer. You can see that I've used the blending method just with the two colours very loosely here. So the lighter yellow I've used for the lighter parts of the leaves and the darker yellow for the darker parts of the leaves. I haven't done the veins yet. I'm going to lay blue down first in the veins because I want the veins to be quite prominent. So I will go over it with yellow, but I just wanted to have a blue base in the veins. Quite often what I find with these layering is the first colour that you lay down is very important. So if I laid the blue down and try to put the yellow over the top, we won't get the highlights that we want. So we start with the light and we build it up. So I'm now going to get on with the next layer. Okay, so you can see here, if you were watching, you'd see that I did the yellow layer, and then I will use my lighter blue. My lighter blue, you probably noticed I'm having a problem, it's a bit scratchy, and I've left my sharpener in a tub in the car from Monday, so I thought I'd just go on with it. You'll notice that the lighter blue I put over the whole thing. So the first layer was the two yellows, so the lighter yellow and the darker yellow, and then I used the lighter blue over all of it. And what that shows you is that the depth of the two yellows and how they react with the blue. You would have noticed that it was quite blue, so I went over the lighter yellows with the light yellow, the lighter areas that were quite blue with the yellow to set it back to a green, and then in the darker areas I went over with the darker yellow. What we haven't used yet is the dark blue, and already you can see the depth in these leaves, but wait, the dark blue, I'm going to show you how to really make this pop. Okay, so we'll get on with that. Look at that, all done, very beautiful. I love all the colours. A little bit patchy, that's to do with my first blue being a bit scratchy and weird, it wasn't laying down properly. But I did, the last coat was with the darker yellow because I liked the richness. You would have noticed it just sort of really became quite rich then. The last coat, I always use the lightest colour. In this case it was the second lightest, but normally the lightest colour, and what that does is it acts as your blender, burnishing, and it fills all the gaps. If you do use a burnishing process at the end, or a blender pencil at the end, now is a good time, but I just use the lightest colour and it just pops it out, makes it lovely, fills it up nice. So as I was just thinking, as you can see, I'll show you my colour palette. Here's my greens that I could have used, and instead I used the blues and yellows. So I think I prefer to use these colours and blend and create my own palette. I thought it might be just a good way to help people who don't have a full colour range to choose from, or they like to go out and try and take just a real small amount with you. Just take your primaries, because you can make all your colours from your primaries. Just remember the light and tone, layer it, build it up, blend, and yeah, you'll end up with something that you'll love. So here's the homework sheet. I want you to go ahead, have a go at the homework sheet, show me on the Facebook page, let me know how you went with it, if you've got any questions, all of those things. Well, thank you and enjoy.